Hi everybody. Oh, I think I'm a bit low down again, aren't I? Right, I've not got a lot to say really today, except that my lovely neighbour has mended Paris. Well, as you know, she was having a bit of a drunken spell the other night, and it turned out that I'd never put her together properly. You know, when they don't come with instructions, you just do what you can, don't you? So we sorted out all the leg issues. I don't know if you can see or not. She's now repaired, and she now does not have any tape on her legs. So she is now, as you can see her, standing completely upright and not leaning for the first time in her life. Right, first of all I need to thank Amy. I don't know if she's called Amy Gibson on the YouTube, but she's called Amy anyway. And she sent me some lovely pieces. Nice card, thank you Amy. And some pieces of fabric, because you know I'm doing the Pippa dolls, so she sent me some lovely, well you can see them, actually I'll hold them up a bit higher. Some lovely pieces of fabric. They might only look small pieces of fabric to the uninitiated, but I can assure you that the Pippa doll is so tiny that she really only needs small pieces. So thank you Amy, very kind of you, I appreciate it, thank you very much. And a neighbour who has fixed the leg on Paris, he doesn't know it yet, but I think he's going to finish my sewing machine. But I've only told him sort of in passing about that, because I want to start doing some sewing. I've got some repairs to do. I bought a couple of, you know, the flimsy tops, like sort of like this, from eBay, and one of them was sewn so close to the edge the first time I wore it, it's just frayed away. So it obviously needs sewing with the zigzag, you know, to hold it together. And another one that I bought, my friend tried it, and she's got very slender arms, and they wouldn't go up her arms either, so I'm going to have to cut the cuff off and, you know, sort of make another seam a little bit further up. It's only to wear over something. I'm talking about wearing over something. Not the pashminas that I lost, but I've got a new pashmina, which is reversible. Once again, I'm keeping Hong Kong or China or whatever it is in business, because that's where it came from. eBay, if anybody wants to know. Can't remember who I got it from, but it's reversible, as you can see. It's sort of green on one side and turquoise blue on the other. And I do love these pashminas, because oft times when you're sitting, like it's unseasonably cold in the UK at the moment. In fact, when I came down this morning I had to put the heating on, and it really bugs me because, you know, heating, well, everywhere in the country, in the world, I think heating bills have gone up, and you sort of budget yourself that you're not going to be turning them on until probably September or the end of September. You don't really budget to be turning them on in the middle of August. Anyway, what have I got? Well, you know the green one I was making. It's finished apart from it's not fringed. Yeah? I've got to put the fringing on it yet. But it's finished. I really am enjoying these, yeah? I just need to find some, you know, brighter colours. My colours are reds and purples. And I would like to make myself one, you know, in those kind of shades. So I've managed to get some like dark maroon eyelash yarn and some purple eyelash yarn from Ice. So I now need to find a little bit more fancy. My friend's just been, Sue, the enabler as I call her, because she eggs me on usually, but at the moment she's on a no-buy, so she's not egging me on to anything at the minute, so it's good. We just went up in my stash room and we both looked inside it and went, came back out again. It was just like an avalanche, and I was just sort of kicking things to one side. We both got a bad back, so neither one of us was in the mood. But I was looking at a lot of the fancy things I've got are in full packages. And as she said, I can see your point where you don't want to take one out of a full package, when you might want to make, you know, a top or something with the full package. So I'll have to have a double think about that really, because, you know, I'd hate to think I'm taking one or two balls out of a packet, and then when I come to make something large, I need those one or two balls, because I know that I can't get them again. because they were bargains or there were sales or whatever. Anyway, what I'm going to leave you with is the patterns I've been looking at. Oops. I'm so bad to these today. The cold weather really affects my arthritis and I can't, oops, I can't bend over the same. Plus the fact I've just been to the chiropodist and she decided she'd take a slice out of my toe. Anyway, on the same sort of theme as the things I've been doing, I just rather fancy making a puncture. It's a free pattern from Lion Brand, is it? I think. Yes, it's Lion Brand. It's called the Monster In-Law Puncture. So if you go on Lion Brand's site, you'll find it there. This is a sort of wrap that gave me the inspiration to make mine, although I didn't actually follow this pattern. Because when I put down as many chain as she put down, it wouldn't have been too small. So I sort of took her idea really, and this one's called the Homespun Wrap. I don't know who it's by. It's not got a title. I must have got it from somewhere. It was a free pattern anyway, I didn't have to buy it, so I probably found it on Ravelry. It's using Lion Brand yarn, but it's not a Lion Brand pattern. So it's called the Homespun Wrap. But if I'd have put the number of stitches that she put on, it wouldn't have been big enough because I think she was using a much thicker yarn. But that's where I got the idea from. And then also, I've seen this one done by a lady, and it looked gorgeous. She hadn't made it huge. You know where it's bending down and it's massively huge here? She just made hers that fitted like under the armpit. And it really inspired me to try that one. And on the same sort of theme, this is another free pattern from Lion Brand. It's called the Asymmetrical Neck Warmer. And that one again goes underneath the arm on one shoulder bit and across. So I'm looking for the yarn to do that. Either that, I would have to do it in, it looks as though it's done in stripes, but they're saying it's done in landscape, Lion Brand landscape, because it's a Lion Brand pattern, isn't it? But whenever I use those variegated, mine never turns out in such neat stripes as theirs do. So anyway, that's about it today, except I'm wearing my floaty thing, courtesy of the, well, it was actually new, it actually had its label still attached to it, but it was in the charity shop, or what you throw, thrift shops, whatever. And if I go a bit further up, the turquoise in it actually matches the dress that I've got on. So it's supposed to be like a see-through chiffony thing, but it just gives you that little extra bit of warmth, you know. And the beads were actually given to me by a friend a while ago. She gave them to me because she said they were too big and heavy, but also one of the beads had fallen out. So I glued the bead back in, and here I am. New necklace. We love the price of free. I'm tight, you know, really. I'm not. If I was tight, I'd have money in the bank, wouldn't I? Well, when my friend was here today, my bank statement just came and we both went together. And of course, I'm just looking out now and it's raining. But thankfully, the house across the road that was being re-roofed managed to get re-roofed before the rain started. So they haven't quite finished it. They haven't put the gutters up and that, but at least the roof looks like it's on and keeping the rain away. If you're looking for the big fella Buster, he's just gone to sleep over on the sofa because he's tired out because it was walking day today. He went with his dog walker and she always lets him go farther than I can walk it. So I think that's about it really. There's not much else I can tell you. Short video today, so bye bye. See you again. Bye now.